Am I the asshole for kicking my friend out of my wedding? Sigh, questioning. Okay, could you walk me through what happened during the dance? I got married a few months ago, and honestly, it was one of the most important days of my life. My wife and I had been planning for over a year. We spent a lot of money booking the perfect venue, making sure the food was great, hiring a professional photographer, and setting up everything to be exactly how we wanted it. We wanted the day to be about love, family, and celebrating with the people who mattered most. One of my closest friends, let's call him John, has always been the type of person who loves attention. He's funny, but sometimes he doesn't know when to stop. During our first dance, the big romantic moment, John suddenly ran onto the dance floor, grabbed the microphone, and started making a speech. Sigh, reassuring. Wow, I can see why that would be jarring. At first, I thought it would just be a quick joke. But instead, he began saying that true love isn't real, that marriage is just a legal contract, and that most marriages fail anyway. The room went silent. Guests looked uncomfortable, and I saw my wife's face completely fall. She was holding back tears, and I felt my chest tighten. I quietly asked him to stop, but he ignored me. I told him clearly, "This is not the time. Put the mic down or leave." Instead, he laughed and kept talking, saying people were too sensitive. Yeah, that's beyond just a little embarrassing. At that point, I signaled the staff, and they escorted him out. Since then, half of my friends think I did the right thing, while others say I ruined the mood by reacting so strongly. They argue I should have just let him rant for a minute and laughed it off. But for me, he completely disrespected not just me, but my wife, on a day that was supposed to be about us. So, am I the asshole for kicking my friend out of my wedding, or was he completely out of line and deserved it?
Am I the asshole for refusing to help my brother with his debts? Sigh, questioning. Can you explain a bit about your brother's history with money? I have a younger brother who has always struggled with money. He's the type who spends recklessly, borrows more than he can afford, and never seems to think about the future. Over the past few years, I've helped him out multiple times, paying part of his rent, covering a few overdue bills, even lending him cash when he swore he'd pay me back. He never did, of course, and every time he promised it would be the last time. Sigh, reassuring. That sounds exhausting. I get why you'd be frustrated. Recently, he came to me again, saying he was drowning in credit card debt and late fees. He begged me to help, insisting that if I just gave him enough to get out of this situation, he would finally turn his life around. The problem is, my wife is pregnant, and every dollar I save is going toward preparing for our baby. Medical bills, baby supplies, and just making sure we have a safety net. I told my brother I couldn't help this time. I reminded him that I've already bailed him out several times, and nothing ever changed. Sigh, sympathetic. Yeah, it's tough when family pressure conflicts with your own priorities. He exploded. He accused me of abandoning family and said I was selfish for hoarding money when he was struggling. Later, my mom called me and said I should have helped because family comes first, and that I was letting my brother down in his time of need. I tried explaining that helping him would only make things worse, because he's never learned from past mistakes. Now I feel stuck. On one hand, I love my brother and don't want to see him fail. On the other, I have to prioritize my wife and child. I don't think it's fair to risk our future just because my brother refuses to take responsibility for his choices. Sigh, reassuring. It really sounds like you are trying to protect your own family while still caring about him. That's a delicate balance. So, am I the asshole for refusing to give him money, or is he the one who needs to finally face the consequences of his actions?